Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Show Up Fitness podcast. Today, we're going to help you pass the NASM CPT 2026. We're going to do a chapter-by-chapter review. And who better than the belt buckle trainer? We've helped over 6,000 people pass this sucker. I was at a seminar last weekend with our partnership with Lifetime. 50 trainers were there. Asked them who's heard of Show Up Fitness. Almost half said we helped them pass the NASM CPT. So that number is actually pretty low. Who better to help you navigate this book to save you time and energy so you can get out there and train actual people? We're not textbook trainers. We are personal trainers. Let me read you something real quick from a text and email I get all of the time. Yes, I just passed the NASM CPT, but I don't feel like I know how to do anything. I don't feel like I know how to write a program. I don't feel like I know how to assess. If I had a client standing right in front of me, I don't know what the heck I would do first, second, or third, period. It's like I'm certified. Now what the heck am I supposed to do? Sorry for rambling on, belt buckle trainer, but thank you for helping me pass. So that's what we're here for, to get you through this. Because you came across the SUF CPT too late, you can't get a refund. So you need to get through this book. I'm going to go through page by page the first 4 chapters. It's going to save you so much time and energy. We're going to do a complete review of the entire 7th edition. We're going to do a complete review of this textbook. It's going to save you time, energy, and take that monkey off your back because you're passionate about this and you want to go out there and help people. But reading a textbook does not set you up for success, as I talk about in my book, the real book, The Bible for Personal Trainers, Volume 2, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. There's an entire chapter to help you navigate and focus on what the test is going to be like so you can get out there, gain supervised experience, get to a seminar. You will learn more in 2 days than any textbook. I guarantee it. But you're not here to hear me pitch. You want to get through this textbook. You don't need it. But if you have it and you want to follow along, you're more than welcome to. The study guide is what's really going to take these 800 pages and we put it into 100 with hundreds of questions. That's all you need to go over. Chapter 1, you can skip. It's really just setting you up for the rest of the textbook. The OPT model, Optimal Performance Training, which was established by Dr. Clark. He's a physical therapist. Remember, physical therapists are great with rehab and prehab. A program for the general population, not so much, but I'll help you navigate it to know what you need to focus on. Stabilization, anything on a BOSU ball or stability ball, 4-2-1-1 tempo, 0 to 90 seconds rest. That's what you need to know with those acute variables. Then you move into the strength part, which is 3 phases, phase 2, 3, and 4. Strength endurance, which is me doing a back squat into a jump, a bench press into a push-up, something that's stable into unstable. It's all you need to know for phase 2, supersets. Stable exercise into an unstable exercise. Then after a month, you move into muscular development. What the hell is that? Hypertrophy, but they don't want to use that. All that means is your main lifts, your squats, your bench, your deadlift, hip thrust, pull-ups. You're going to be doing a 2-0-2-0 tempo, 0 to 60 seconds rest. After a month of that, you'd graduate into maximal strength, 1 to 5 reps, 3 to 5 minutes of rest, XXX tempo. Don't type that into the Google machine. You're going to get some weird stuff. I had a student do that one time, got in trouble by his wife. I don't want you to get in trouble. It just means control on the way down as fast as you can on the way up. 85 to 100% is going to be that intensity. After a month, you'd graduate and go to phase 5, which is power. Another superset, which can be something explosive into something that's heavy, or something that's heavy into explosive. So that superset, they may ask you a question such as, your client performs 3 reps on a back squat into a jump. Which phase of the OPT model would that go into? That would be phase 5. You don't have to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. You have to start with the foundation. That's where you foam roll and stretch. If you don't, you're going to die. Make sure you always foam roll those overactive muscles. The underactive ones, you're going to strengthen with a 4-2-1-1 tempo. Then after a month, you can go to phase 2 or 3 or 4, depending on what the client would want. And then you can go to phase 5 if you want that 3rd month. So really in chapter 1, they just set the expectations for flexibility, for cardio. We'll go over that in different chapters and also in different podcasts. You would be perfectly all right not reading this chapter, getting into probably chapter 5 is where you should start. But you will see some stuff like on BMI. It's a good one to know. Know that the basic level is going to be 18.5 to 24.9. That's normal. Overweight would be 25 to 29.9. And then 30 plus is obese. BMI is an equation of your mass in kilograms over meters squared. They may ask you something, or you should be able to know what blood pressure is. Normal is 120/80. The silent killer is called hypertension. That's where that top number is greater than 140. That's the systolic. The bottom number is greater than 90. Both do not need to be elevated past 140/90. Just one does. Blood pressure is super important. A lot of trainers don't do it. It's called the silent killer for a reason. Order one on Amazon. Get some reps and just practice deciphering what those numbers mean. Again, the top number is systolic. The bottom one is diastolic. It's how hard your heart contracts and how hard it relaxes. They may ask you something about diabetes. Type 1 is more genetic onset, less than age 10. That's going to be insulin dependent. You need to take a shot. That is not reversible. Your pancreas, which is on your left side, does not produce insulin. And so you're going to need to take a shot for that. Type 2 is reversible. That's due to our diet and lifestyle. And so when you are insulin resistant, that means that your cells do not recognize glucose. So then you need to exercise regularly, meet with a doc, and this would be a type of metabolic disease. This is a great opportunity to network and meet with doctors to build up your team. Text neck, oh my God, I'm on my phone all the time. I have dysfunction. You're fine, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Lots of actual medical professionals such as Adam Minkins, they debunk this stuff. There's great therapists who we work with and out there, and you need to be able to not scare your clients. And that's one of my biggest problems, in my opinion, with the NASM material. I think it's more fear-based. You're going to be learning a lot about the overhead squat assessment. Yeah, let's take someone who's never done this movement before and scare them by saying your adductors are overactive and we got to foam roll and strengthen your glute med in the frontal plane. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to encourage my clients, be a lot more positive, find out what their goals are, and deliver on that within the rest of the workout. And the last thing you really need to know for chapter 1 is maintain accurate financial contract appointments and tax records, including the original receipts for a minimum of 4 years. As I said, you could probably skip chapter 1, 2, and 3. Let me just go through a couple things here on chapter 2. A couple things you may see in chapter 2, a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. They may ask you something along those lines, as well as 1.9 CEUs, which is required every 2 years because your CPR and AED is 0.1. So in total, that's going to be 2.0 CEUs. You show up to one of our seminars, you get 1 CEU, and we're going to help you with the assessment process, helping your clients get out of pain. And that's why Lifetime Fitness, one of the best gyms in the world, partnered with the SUF CPT, is because they want their trainers to be the best that are out there. Chapter 3, you can literally skip. There's going to be nothing in there. Just go to chapter 4, and you will see some stuff on behavioral coaching. They like the behavioral change and the aspects of self-efficacy. Use some vocab words that you can put down that we have in the study guide. You can just flashcard those, get through this as quickly as you can. You need to know the stages of change. So they ask about pre-contemplation, which is the first one, contemplation, which is the second one, preparation, the third, action is the fourth, and maintenance is the fifth. With pre-contemplation, you're not even thinking about it. When you go into contemplation, you are thinking about it. Preparation, you're doing it a little, but you're just not that consistent. Action is you're doing it. You are consistent, but you haven't been doing it for 6 months. Maintenance is you are consistent and you have been doing it for 6 months. And the last thing they may ask you with chapter 4 is going to be around the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. You should definitely know what that is. That's a good acronym. And that is really it when it comes to the first 4 chapters. You could skip those and be perfectly all right. You could skip the entire textbook and just focus on the study guide. Our goal is to get you to pass this so then you can start learning from actual fitness professionals, having conversations. That's what we have within our certification at Show Up. You get to sign in, watch classes that are live, ask questions, bring in case examples. We have monthly avatars. So you are certified, but more importantly, you're qualified. I just saved you a boatload of time. You don't need to be reading 112 pages, highlighting everything, because that's going to be way overwhelming. You're going to look back on there, what do I need to flashcard? What do I need to really study on? That's all you need to do. Listen to this podcast. If you leave a 5-star review, we'll send you over a free NASM cheat sheet, which just gives you some pointers that you can focus on. The study guide is what's going to change the game. We've had people pass it in less than a week. you know exactly what to focus on, and you get questions that will help you. You're welcome. I just saved you a boatload of time. And remember, big biceps are better than small ones, and the belt buckle trainers checking out. Have a great day.